The sun is barely up, but it's time to report for duty. There's no hitting the snooze button as soldiers and peacekeeping staff prepare to present themselves for roll call. These Chinese troops are part of a 395-strong UN contingent stationed in Mali. Just before breakfast, the Chinese and UN flags are raised, signaling the start of the day. That's the easy part. Any normal morning on the base includes combat exercises, martial arts training, and ensuring the base is secure.
Gao has been relatively peaceful for around 12 months now. So when troops here carry out military training exercises in public areas, they're sure to inform the public so as not to raise alarm.
Close to midday, a welcome break when lunch is served. Kitchen staff have been on the go since 5 a.m.
Every morning we need to get up at 5:20. We only have 10 minutes to prepare ourselves before we dash to the kitchen. And even before we cook, we need to clean the kitchen to make sure it's hygienic. My cooks need 2 hours just to prepare for breakfast. About 7:20, we should be ready to ring the breakfast bell.
This, his first deployment abroad, Master Sergeant YANCHAO has been stationed in Mali for 2 months and is in charge of running the kitchen. He has a 14-year history with the military and knows the value of a good meal, especially when far from home.
Every single second, I feel a great responsibility. We have an old saying in China, if you have a taste of home, you will not feel homesick. By cooking food from home, we are settling the minds of our troops and making sure they focus on their posts.
For that taste of home in the African Sahara, many of the ingredients are brought in from China. Yang believes the kitchen is its own battlefield. He takes great pride in his work, saying if anything goes wrong, almost 200 soldiers in the protection forces are affected.
1 meal provides for 170 soldiers. I need 20 kilograms of rice, 130 kilograms of vegetables, 60 kilograms of meat, any kind, 5 kilograms of oil to cook the food. Here in Mali, we can't get all the supplies we need, and it's very hot, so it makes our work even harder. All of the soldiers are Chinese, so we cook traditional Chinese food.
Soon after, military duties resume. A contingent heads out for one of 2 daily patrols across the war-torn city of Gao.
During the patrols, we may pay attention to people in suspicious situations. Some cases, we might take measures to stop or prevent a bad situation. For example, we may see some suspicious articles. We have been trained by explosive removal experts to recognize those suspicious articles, deal with them or avoid them.
Patrols are done from the base camp around the city to the Niger River, where another team is at work.
The Niger River is a vital resource for Gao. It's where the community does everything from fishing to washing laundry. It's also where the UN collects water to be purified later and used at its bases.
As night approaches, someone is always watching. Snipers remain on duty, protecting the base. Meanwhile, shortly after the final meal of the day, the team continues the work of making the base as comfortable as possible. Adapting to life in Mali has sometimes been a challenge.
The first difference is weather. It's so much hotter than in northern China. Second, the climate is totally different. Third, the human environment. We don't understand the language, and the environment is very different. This also requires a period for you to adapt.
Soldiers can also take out their stress by exercising in the gym or picking up a book or 2 before calling it a day. Despite longing for home and many sacrifices, Lieutenant Lee does not hesitate when asked if he would work in Africa again.
If I can choose, I would come back because I feel the people here are very down to earth. Human-to-human relations are quite simple, just like a piece of blank paper. The more you write, the more your life will be enriched and colorful.
Fahmida Miller, CCTV in Gao, Mali.